Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. I'm put the book down for a second because I got another rant I got to get off, so get ready. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. The numbers look good. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, and you see I'm on it every day, is that all right thinkers know thyself. Every now and then I got to step outside the book to make my point, but that's my mission, is to get you to know thyself. And if you're a right thinker, your goal should be to know thyself. So I ask the question every day, do you know you? And yeah, it's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Let's go. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, it's okay too. Why? They're spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with what? Knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and always. Two, Mayat, be true. Right thinkers, I'm seeing a lot of people doing a whole bunch of repeated, not good stuff. So let's talk about self improvement. Whenever it starts with self or ending self, you know it's about you. Okay, so ain't no well, nope. Self improvement is what? Doing what's right when? Daily. That's the title. I was going to change it, but I'm going to stop it. Just self improvement is how you know that's self. But I stick with self improvement is doing what's right daily. So let me break it down for you. Hopefully, this is a good lesson and it's a rant at the same time. I was told, well, you can't be teaching and ranting. Yes, I could. I put the lesson in the rant. I know what I'm doing. I'm giving the information. I'm just putting into real life and using it to make my point. Simple. I take being my best self personally. Don't we all? And it's all personal. And when it's self, you should too. When it's you, you should take it personal also. If you're not putting your best effort into being your best self, you're not the right thinker. I'll leave that there. Self improvement means not doing what? The wrong thing. Well, I am perfect. No, more than once. If you learned the lesson, how many times did you stick your head in the fire to realize it burned? It's hot. Well, you was told, but then that's the one. Second time, now you know. So, on that lesson, you now know fire burns. That's self improvement. You doubted it because when they told you, okay, you say that. Well, so, now you know. So, self improvement is learning lessons that you will not repeat over again. Why? You know if it's wrong, you shouldn't do it. Common sense. So, again, we talk about self improvement. If you're taking drugs, sleeping around, having unprotected sex, that's self destruction. You hear me? Say it again. If you're taking drugs, sleeping around, having unprotected sex, that's self-destruction. You're going to hurt yourself, harm yourself. Wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom comes from experience. I have a lot of that now, okay? Over the years, you acquire that now. And you can study and read till the cows come in, but until you experience it, manifest it for yourself, it's still just theories and theological concepts that's in your mind. It haven't been manifested, so it haven't been proven. Proof. Self-improvement. You're going to be better. You're going to do better. If you want to be better, what should you do? The things that will make that happen for yourself. I have followers of right thinker philosophy, my right thinkers. If you're not trying to better yourself, don't console yourself for right thinker. Please don't waste the time telling people you're something that you're not putting the effort in to be. That's like Christians who don't go to church, don't do nothing Christian, but they claim being a Christian. Same thing with the Muslims. I know a bunch of people who ain't a Muslim, but for some reason they tell you I'm a Muslim. If you're not practicing the Islamic tenets, don't claim about being a Muslim. I'm not even a Muslim. I don't like it. So I know the brothers and sisters who practice the tenet of Islam don't want you guys jumping on their bandwagon and making them look bad. So that's the point. I work on me. First, I start with that guy in the mirror. So I teach that concept, that philosophy. Why? That's what I live by. I work on me, what? Being my best self, aka preparing for greatness. I put my best energy, my best effort into whatever it is I'm taking part of or my endeavor that I'm going to be part of. I'm going to give you my best effort. I'm not going to give you, well, nope, I don't operate like that. Okay. And whenever it's you, you got to put up 100%. You cheat you, shortchange yourself. That's not good. So let's go. I know I'm better now for what I'm doing, how I'm doing, than I've ever been in my life. And back then I was nigga rich. I had new cars, and I never ever got that chill that I get from living and doing the right thing. I gotta let you know that I had a good time, but it never touched my soul. It never gave me the goosebumps. It never gave me that feeling. I get that feeling now from comments I get from my right thinkers, things I'm doing now in life, and watching people grow and mature in the spiritual manner, in the manner in which I'm giving them opportunity to help themselves do just that. Self-improvement means you take information and you implement it and you better yourself. I just give you the information. You take it and do what you want with it. Our next generation, I hear y'all talking about the millennials and this and that one. Stop naming them and just giving them the tools they need to let them name themselves successful. How about that? The truth. It's another lesson. Sorry about that. I teach a philosophy for self-improvement, aka spiritual enlightenment. Meaning you have to study, you have to implement what you learn, and it will happen. It don't happen no other way. You can't, again, reach Niha, spiritual enlightenment, aka Christhood, whoever you want to call it, aka spiritual enlightenment, without improving yourself. That's the whole name of the game. To raise your conscious level. If you stand on the regular level, okay, that's fine. If that's what you want, cool. But, oh, and yes, I do practice what I teach you to do. I use the same lessons that I instruct you on myself when? Daily. If you're going to talk it, you're going to preach it, teach it, whatever, you better be living it. It loses its authenticity when you say one thing and do something else. I tell you, if it don't balance out, don't trust him. Simple as that. Moving on. And that's a philosophy that you can stand on. Okay? Where we at now? Oh, yeah. Self-made. You don't hear that much no more. I'm a self-made man. That's what I am. I made myself better. That's self improvement. I put the work in. I did the due diligence on a day to day basis to make that happen for myself. And when it did, first thing I wanted to do was, how can I get somebody else to do this? That's what I'm here doing. I do for you. Been doing it for the last 5 years. I hope you're catching on. Hope you benefit from it. I'm enjoying it. I'm still getting better. Appreciate you too. So, self improvement is how to reach what? Self mastery. You didn't start out master of self. You start out ignorant of our true self. That's the name of the game. Everybody start out at the same place. We all down here. A lot of us don't make it up here. You see, there's a whole lot of stuff down here. So that's the concept. You can do that by what? Improving yourself, bettering yourself. And these are the tools that you need to do to make that happen. Self improvement is what? Correcting your personal flaws, not the constructive criticism that people may see in you. Never mind what they see, because everybody's going to see your flaws. It's when you see the flaws in you and you start correcting them. That's a beautiful thing. That's what the I signify. I see me. Before I can do anything for you, I need to know and see me. Because you're going to see me too. And what I say don't match what I do, you see that I'm full of crap. Simple. Moving on. And you should see that in everybody. That's called discernment. Another lesson. But self-improvement is acquiring what? Spiritual knowledge. And then what? Living it. That's the purpose of acquiring it, to employ it, live by it, to see what it manifests, what it say. Prosperity is what? Living righteous and virtuous. It ain't changed since it first started. Okay? If you do those things, you'll be fine. Luck is the residue of what? Hard work and perseverance. Seem like you just lucked up. No, you earned it. Okay? That's synchronicity. When you need fall right in your lap, that's synchronicity. That only happens, they call them blessings, when you're living right. Let's go. Now, okay, where we at? With self-improvement, you will strive towards what? Greatness, perfection. No, perfection is being your best self all the time. I do it. What about you? I'm not gonna half-ass myself. Simple as that. Never did it, never will. Don't advocate it. Why? It don't get you nothing. The main reason for me reaching self mastery is what? AKA self improvement. I I want to be better for myself. Not nobody else. I could kill no. I want to be my best self. Why? Because I was told a few things about myself that I didn't particularly care for and didn't like. So I had to prove them wrong. But first, I had to fess up, own up to it, and then correct it. The same thing that people said about me when I was back then, they can't say them things now. That's self-improvement. Moving on. If you're still doing the same thing 30, 40 years later, you can't say you improved yourself. Shortchange yourself, yeah, but not improve. Moving on. Daily practice of my right thinking philosophy, aka my yacht philosophy, will what? Improve yourself. Practice it, get used to it, and you will get better. Like anything else, you put the work in, the results will come. If I say doing 100 push-ups daily, and in 90 days you do that daily, you will be different. And then it'd be up to you. Why? You take the advice they gave you, you implement it, you used it, you benefit from it. I don't get none of that. You getting 100 something push-ups a day in 90 days, you get cock diesel. I just gave the advice. Why? I did it already. I know what it's going to do. That's the point. What I'm giving you, I've experienced for myself. Okay, moving on. Self knowledge. That's what I teach. What I've learned, what I know about. Nothing else is the best knowledge. How about that? I'm not trying to hit and give you Greek mythology stories. I'm not trying to sit here and give you history of religion. I'm not doing none of that. I learned that, I know that, but that's not what I teach. Moving on. So I have knowledge and I have street knowledge, streetology, mastered that. Okay. Speculative knowledge, a Mason, got that knowledge too. Speculative masonry teaches you what? For a more noble and glorious purpose. You know that? I got that too. And where I'm at, that is. See, now I'm just throwing out accolades, religious history, Greek mythology. Again, don't compare to my self knowledge that I've learned and acquired through what my personal experience and my daily studies. All that learning, everything else, don't serve me jack. I can put them on the board. Say, look what I got. Look at my awards. Look at this. When you go in people's man cave, whatever their office of business, when you go in there, it's surrounded with their accolades. That just boosts their ego. So you go in there, you all amazed with all these stuff on the wall. You're all freaking out. So they're in control of the situation already. A little psychological tidbit. But moving on. Self-improvement. When you go in that environment, it don't move the meter for you. Okay? Moving on. Now, when I have degrees in I have degrees Maya philosophy, okay, religious history, all this stuff don't mean nothing if you don't what? What is the use in that context? I got no use for it now, but having knowing it, I can use it as a teaching tool. That's what I use it for. That's what I said my gumbo. Speaking of gumbo, perfect segue. I call my right thinking philosophy spiritual gumbo, which is philosophies that, again, because if you have a philosophy, Hindu, Tao, didn't make a difference to me. If it was good, I'm going to incorporate it. Why? Because it worked. Simple as that. I ain't talking about, it ain't mine. No, I just take it, incorporate it, and give it to you. Why? Because I know it works after I sample it. I get all my knowledge, the biblical knowledge, from my pastor. The advice he give me, I tell him on a regular basis, dude, I listen to you respectfully, and I take the advice that you give me. And to this still day, everything you told me ain't worked out. So how can I tell him what he's doing is wrong? How can I tell him his belief system don't work? I would never do that. Simple. That's why if it's working for you, that's right thinking philosophy. I do what works for me. I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a Christian, or a Jew. I'm a spiritual being, spiritually enlightened, meaning I know myself. That's it. And whatever else you want to call it, I'm a teacher. I teach a philosophy that I live by. Unorthodox, whatever you want to call it, but I know if you practice it, it'll work for you too. So let's go. Wrapping it up. I don't call right thinking philosophy black history. It's true history and not his story. He been giving us his story. He ain't been giving us the truth. If your story ain't the true story, I don't want it. I want the true story. That's our story. That's what I got for you. How about that? Well, how you know what you do is true? Stop being ignorant. Self-knowledge is based on spiritual truth. You can't reach enlightenment with lies. You can't activate the Kundalini with falsehoods and belief. You need gnosis. You need to know. That's what I give you. Okay, and self-knowledge is based on spiritual truth, what? That you can manifest. Truth stands on its own merit. If I give you something and you practice it, that's the truth. What somebody else thinks about that means nothing. You substantiate your own truth. When you know in thyself, you stand on the truth. Why? You should be. And to know yourself, you should know the truth. That's all. Last one, wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm tired of us faking the funk, so to speak. Self-improvement meaning doing the right thing. Self-improvement is knowing thyself. When I decided I was done with that and changed my life, aka improving myself. With what? Self-knowledge. Spiritual knowledge that I acquired, that I've mastered over the years. Now I live it, I practice it, I teach it. That's the beauty part of it for me. I can give it away to other people now. Some of y'all benefit from it. I appreciate you. All those who comment, I appreciate the comments. All those who don't agree, appreciate the view. Let's go. Knowing die again. Here's the play on words, y'all. Let me break this down right quick for you. Know thy God, self, you the individual. God's in the mix. All you gotta do is know that. That's how you go home, knowing thyself. Hope that made it. Hope that made hope it clarified a few things up to you, because it's a word game. It's subliminal messaging, esoteric messaging, she-top messaging. She-top means hidden God. God is hidden, manifest within itself, with nature, but it's inside you. All you got to do is find him. Where's Waldo? No, where's God? Some of y'all think he up there. Moving on, let me wrap this up. Now, in all my years, okay, no one died as God. Self is you. Do you get the hidden meaning? You get the Shita there? I just gave you a Shita lesson. Hidden meaning. Thy is God. It's hidden. If you don't know who thy is, I wouldn't know thyself. Who is thy? See? Some of y'all don't even know who self is, so I ain't going that far. But yeah, you got to understand you and God are one. You as human, he is spirit. Y'all work together. Yin and yang. Spirit and matter. Spirit becomes matter and human. Human got to raise his consciousness, becomes spiritual again, and then he can go back whence he came. Moving on, let me wrap this up. I love this. I used to do pretty much anything for that dollar. Okay? They say they do some strange for some change. I'll make you holler for a few dollars. So I was in that same mindset, okay? There was a limit. That's how far I would go, but yeah, I played the game. And what's this? Now, with self-improvement, I only do what's right. Oh, all of a sudden you hold your value. No. Get it right. I'm going to do what I know to be right. If I have a decision to make on doing this or doing that, I'm going to do what's right. It's just that simple. It ain't hard. I'm not going to do something wrong intentionally. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to apologize and be quick to correct it. Why? That's self-improvement. Again, if you continuously make the same decision or wrong act, you ain't improving nothing. Moving on, let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. If it's wrong, again, if it's wrong, it won't be done by me. You can make your own decision. I made mine, and I will continue to make mine based on that thing. So I do what's right. Why? So that God will continue to bless me. I've been doing this so far, and I've been getting blessed for it on a day-to-day basis. That's why I do what I do for you daily. Why? I get blessed too. Now, in closing and parting, right thinkers, may you all get self-improved, and may you all live to be 100, and me 100 minus the day. I'm already improved, so I never know that my right thinkers and self-improved people have passed away. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll be back.